Right now on Denver 7 News at 6 a.m., the Avs are one win away from the Stanley Cup Finals. But a cheap shot leaves them without one of their star players.
An important milestone in the Marshall Fire recovery.
It's just such a great step forward for them.
The first rebuilding project starts today in Louisville.
Denver doubles down on affordable housing, the new rules it's considering today for future developments.
Gas hits another record, and while there's not much you can do about the price at the pump, we'll show you how you can save on car insurance.
And President Biden takes his policy pitches to late-night TV. The new details just released for his first appearance on the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Now, a lot going on a Monday morning for you. Thanks for staying with us. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm Nicole Brady.
And I'm Brian Sanders, and it's feeling a little more like summer out there. Temperatures will be in the 80s most of the week and a lot of sun to start, Lisa.
Yeah, talk to me on Thursday. You're going to be sweating by that point. Yeah, pretty warm. It will get a lot hotter by the end of the week, but right now, beautiful start to our Monday, to our week. A little mix of sun and clouds right now. 58 degrees in Denver. You're going to find mainly 50s as you step out the door this morning, but it's going to warm up pretty early on. We'll be in the mid 60s by about 10 o'clock, and then some beautiful weather this afternoon. Mid to upper 70s by early afternoon. We're going to hit a high right around 80 to about 82 in Denver today. More 60s and low 70s for the foothills. What we will see will be thunderstorms popping up this afternoon. Timing wise, likely they'll get going between about 1 and 2 o'clock. The risk of severe weather is going to be pretty far east, but we could see some larger hail, gusty winds. May even see some isolated tornadoes. We'll take a closer look at the timing of some of these storms, and I'll show you just how hot it is going to get by Thursday, Katie, coming up on the Super 7 Day.
Lisa, thank you. It is a dry and very bright drive this morning here across Metro Denver. Let's take you live outside this morning. Here's near Westminster on 36, very lightly traveled roadways, but we did just see an accident pop up. Let me take you to the map. It's on I-25 northbound approaching Colfax. It is causing some stop and go traffic as one of the right-hand lanes is blocked on I-25 northbound, at least back to 8th, but I wouldn't say it requires an alternate route at this time, but you will see some delays through that area. I-270 running just smooth and fine at this hour. South side of town, I-25 and 225, no major problems to report. And down south and east on C-470, really easy driving conditions. Similar story up into the mountains. We'll talk more about the accident there on I-25, and I'll let you know when those lanes reopen coming up.
A Westminster neighborhood is on edge after a crime spree forced people to shelter in place overnight.
Yeah, thankfully, no one was hurt from it all. But Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us live this morning with new information from investigators. Veronica.
This was an armed robbery that did end with arrests, but not before Westminster police were forced to go on this chase that did end up spanning several blocks. So police say this all started yesterday evening, right around 7:30. This all happened near 148th Avenue and Huron Street. Now, Westminster police say they were called about a possible armed robbery. The victim told police they were following the suspect's vehicle when the suspect started shooting at them. Police were able to find that vehicle. They pursued it. That was near 90th Avenue and Utica Street. They say at that point the suspects ran. 2.5 hours later, we're talking about 10 p.m. last night. After this situation started, police say they found 3 men hiding in the backyard of a home. That was near 70th Avenue and Vrain Street. Police say those 3 men were arrested, and the good news about all of this is no one was injured. We're in Denver this morning. I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Thank you, Veronica. Inglewood police say a suspect in a deadly hit and run from Saturday turned himself in. They say 20-year-old Edwin Solano ran away from the scene of the crash that closed down South Broadway for several hours. A man was killed in that crash, and Solano's passengers, 2 women, were both seriously hurt. Also this morning, Denver police are looking for the person who shot into a crowd of people downtown. It happened early Saturday morning near 15th and Larimer. Police say someone in a black SUV fired shots several times. An off-duty cop working security nearby returned fire. Another officer in a marked Denver patrol car attempted to chase the suspect, but the person got away.
New building codes go into effect today for the east side of Boulder County.
We're trying to really focus on the ember ignition resistant construction materials that we can reduce the likelihood of seeing a similar tragedy again.
So the list here includes things like fire-resistant construction materials for the roof and for attic venting, non-combustible gutters and downspouts, and changes to the decking and fencing materials to hopefully prevent another Marshall fire scenario.
Castle Pines, meanwhile, is the latest city in the metro to adopt wildfire mitigation strategies. South Metro will be working with homeowners to find ways for people to reduce the wildfire risk on their properties.
A sliver of hope returns to Louisville today after the Marshall Fire, though. Denver 7's Christian Lopez is live where construction starts today on the first home rebuilt on the property there.
That's right, Brian. This morning, a construction company will break ground on the first home rebuild here in Louisville since the Marshall Fire, and it'll happen in this lot right here behind me. This family is the second in the city to receive their rebuilding permit. You can see the debris has been all cleared out, and today the excavation process will begin before the contractor starts working on the home's foundation. This lot is the first of 20 rebuilds for this contractor, Wood Brother Homes. Most are in the neighborhoods near Harper Lake, which are some of the worst hit by the Marshall Fire. And contractor Justin Wood says that he believes that seeing this home's progress will bring hope to others in this community.
At the beginning, it was devastating for people, and we've heard a lot of stories. So for this one, and to see the smile on this homeowner's face when we handed her the permit and said we're going to start on Monday, it was a great thing to see.
And the groundbreaking will take place this morning at 11 a.m. The mayor and city council are expected to be here as well. And the rebuilding process for this home is expected to take about 8 months. Live in Louisville this morning, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
All right, thanks, Christian. The Avs could book their ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. It's Game 4 against the Oilers in Edmonton.
Yeah, exciting times. The Avs are unbeaten so far on the road in the playoffs. Both teams, though, will be out without one of their best players. The Oilers' Evander Kane was suspended one game for this hard hit on the boards against the Avs' Nazem Kadri, who immediately went to the ice and threw off his glove. Kane was the leading playoff scorer so far with 13 goals. Kadri is reportedly recovering from a broken thumb now. Head coach Jared Bednar says Kadri is out for the rest of the series, but says the team is hoping to end on a high note.
It's going to be tough. You know, coming from last series against St. Louis, we're up 3-1 and gave them life, but it's hard to win that fourth game. It's very difficult. Brand new game, regardless of, you know, if it's 3-0, 2-1, whatever it is, we gotta come out strong and play a great game.
So even though the game is in Edmonton, you can cheer on the Avs with other fans at Ball Arena. This is from their watch party for Game 3. It was packed, and obviously a lot of celebrating. Tickets are $10 through Ticketmaster. All the proceeds go to the Kroenke Sports charities. And parking is free. The doors will open at 5 p.m. The game starts shortly after at 6. Lisa.
Yeah, game or no game, you're looking at the conditions that are just as loud, it looks like, there in Ball Arena. And weather-wise tonight, right around 5 o'clock downtown, we're going to be at close to 80 degrees. There will be some scattered storms and showers today. The risk of severe weather is going to be farther east. I'll show you that here in just a minute. We'll be in the upper 60s here by about 9 o'clock. So it will cool down between about 5 and 9, obviously. Coming up, though, we'll take a look at the rest of the week and that chance of storms and where they're going to turn the strongest on the Super 7 day.
Lisa, thank you. We have Air Tracker 7 up this morning, and it is over a 2-car crash on I-25 northbound approaching Colfax. They are just now moving the crash over to the barrier, so we are going to be seeing those lanes open shortly. It has caused some delays on I-25 northbound. I'll take you through the full report when we come back.
City leaders could sign off on more affordable housing tonight. We'll have details. Plus, if you're driving less, you should be paying less, right? We'll have some tips on saving money on insurance.
Also, the biggest baby formula factory in the country resumes its production today. How soon you could see more formula on store shelves.